Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. This week's box is a special request from a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. She's going to do some retreats in her area. And so she wanted to gift everyone a pair of the Stampin' Up! Snips and a tape runner and have a little room for like a snack, like a little candy snack. This is how the paper snips come in the pack. They don't have the fancy little name thing. I got this from Janie Backer, who's also a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. She's inspired stamping, but she made these for everyone at her retreat. On our scissors, mine are dirty. So we're gonna go ahead and make a divided box. She wanted the same divided box, but obviously with the measurements to fit this. This would have fit in last week's box, but you know, we want it to be a little nicer than that, right? So all we have to do is measure out, well, first of all, get our yellow book, the lidded box template book, and just measure this out. You do need to decide if you want your hanging thing to be, I'm going to tuck mine in. I don't want to make that extra length for the box. I'll just tuck it in like so, or tape it or something, but I don't want mine to be hanging out. So let's just go ahead and measure that. It's going to be, it is 6 3/8, but let's go ahead and do 6 1/2. So my length is going to be 6 1/2. I'm going to do it at 1 inch because I think this will fit in 1 inch. Yeah. Okay, and now how wide do we need this? I'm going to put this on the widest side here. Let's do it by 4 1/2. So this is actually width-wise shorter than last week's box, but a little bit longer. Okay, hopefully this works out. All right, you're gonna need 2 pieces of paper. I guess we should do our measurements, huh? All right, so 1 1 1 1. Left to right is 4 1/2. And that is 6 1/2, so 4 5 6 1/2 by 6 7 8 1/2. Okay. So you're gonna need 2 pieces of paper cut at 6 1/2 by 8 1/2. It's already at 8 1/2, which is good. So now we need to do it at 6 by 6 1/2. I'm cutting both pieces at the same time. All right, 6 1/2. And I'm going to score both pieces on all 4 sides at 1 inch. And here we go. This is a great way to use up those 12 by 12 pieces of paper that you didn't necessarily like or didn't use in your paper collections. You don't have to have the same pattern on top and bottom if you don't want to. You could even do your bottom in cardstock and then do your top in that pattern paper. That's probably what I would do. Use up those scraps. Okay, and so 1 inch on all 4 sides. Again, do not throw away those scraps that we just cut off because we're going to use those for our dividers. Our dividers are going to be a little bit different this week because we need to make 3 compartments instead of just 2. Okay. And here we go. Same thing as last week. The bottom tray gets 4 cuts. The top tray gets cut a little differently. Alright, so whatever's your bottom tray, I'm going to cut on the long side. Score line, half, miter, miter. Score line, miter, miter, cut off half, whichever way you want to do it. Okay. Rotate, do the same thing on this side. Again, this is the bottom tray. One more. Okay, and then you're going to glue or tape your corners. In this box, I think I'm going to do a vertical presentation again, even though I don't think it really matters because it's scissors, right? But, well, we'll see how I cut. Alright, line these up, your corners up perfectly. Oops. Okay. And right, here we go. Okay, so we're going to put that to the side, let it dry. Because I'm doing vertical presentation again, we're going to cut on the short side. So cut up, miter, miter, cut the bulk, score line up, miter, miter. Okay, now on the top tray, we need to cut out the top 2 corners, okay? Don't mess with your rectangles at all. You're only cutting out your squares. So score line, score line, score line, and score line. Okay. Clean up. Come back here and glue your tabs. The most important glue position is here on the folded edge. So you want to make sure you get that good coverage on that edge. Okay, and put that together. And put that together. Perfect. Again, place this on. And I guess we could have just used last week's box and changed the divider. I think of that now. But that is okay. Boxes do not take me that long to make, so. Alright. Let that dry in there. Okay. So now we need our divider. How are we going to divide this? So we're going to do the same thing like we did last week. We're going to make that divider, and then we're going to make another divider here. That's all it is. If you want to, you can, you know, put your scissors this way or however you want. Alright, so let's take that piece of paper that we cut off. we're going to do the same, pretty much the same thing. We're going to cut our paper. Let's just go ahead and do it. It doesn't matter. We can use this whole piece just so we're not making two cuts. And this is 4.5 by 6 3/8. So it should be this mark here, 6.5. Let me get my ruler. 1 and 3. I use my ruler because that's where my paper trimmer whatchamacallits. Okay. Alright. So let's just go ahead and score it at 1, 2, and 3. Because I just need, actually, let me do it a little different here. Not 1, 2, and 3. Let's score it at, because I'm looking at the the book from last week. That is not what we need. We need to score this at, I was looking for my ruler. We can do it at 1 3/4. So 1 3/4. Okay, sorry, I had a phone call. So I scored it at 1 3/4, 2 3/4, and 3 3/4. And I took my middle score line and I made that mountain. And then I valleyed and valleyed. Yes, I have an extra score line because that's where I just messed up. Okay, so you have something that looks like this. If you're using directional paper, make sure you cut your direction. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't matter which way you put this. I just like the item that I'm dividing to be on the bigger side. Alright, so that goes in there like that. And this is going to go in here like that. So we still need our little divider for here, right? So now what we're going to do is, I might glue this one too. I don't know yet. What I meant by that is, see, it doesn't matter. Actually, it does matter. Never mind. I forgot. It's not the same length. And if you feel it's a little too big on one side, you can always just cut it. It doesn't matter. You're going to cover it anyway, more than likely. Whatever you want to do. Okay? So now what I need to do is make a little divider for this side. So we need the divider to be at 3 and let's see, 3 3/4. So use that other piece, and we're going to do 1, 2, let me think. I'm trying to think here. I did it wrong. So I needed to go this way. So I'm going to do this 1 3/4 by, that's my length. So we're going to need 1, 2, let's just do 4 inches by 1 3/4. And on the 4-inch side, we're going to score it at 1, 2, and 3. Yes, clearly I'm making this up as I go along, and I'm hoping it works. Because I really don't want to redo this video. So again, my middle is always going to be my mountain. Okay, so I did this wrong, I think. Yeah, I did. Because I did it for this way, not this way. Okay. Paper trimmer. Which is fine, because I'm just going to cut this to be a little less than 1 3/4. Okay. That's what I needed. Alright, so your divider number 2 is going to be 4 by 1 3/4. So I don't know what the heck I did. Okay. So number 2 is 4 by 1 3/4. On the long side, 1, 2, and 3. And then that will fit right in here like so. And you can add whatever snack, treat, candy you want, and that would be perfect in here. I don't have any snacks, but like, here we go, some migraine medicine. How about that? Or a little cutter thing. Isn't that so cute? Or whatever you want in there. Some bubble gum, some chocolates. I think she's adding Hershey Kisses. So that would be perfect in there. And again, if you want to glue down your dividers, feel free. Feel free to glue them down. And then you're going to close your box. You're going to put your logo, whatever you want, on top, and you are good to go, ma'am. Oh, I forgot the finger pulls. I always forget the finger pulls until I'm struggling to open the box. Okay. So that's all divided boxes are. Just make a regular box and add these little dividers. They're very easy to make. As you can see, they don't take too long, and it just gives you a little wow presentation. You know, if you don't want to add scissors, you can add bone folders. I mean, it has a lot that you can add, and then your person can actually use these during the craft retreat, or I don't know, for your students, if you're a teacher, or, you know, whatever. You can add more stuff in there. Like, I would probably put that, put my pencils, put my pens, put everything in this little box. It's tidy. I can just carry it, and I'm good to go. But, alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye.